This video is titled 10 Things That I Did to Improve My Mental Health. Hello and welcome to Shelly's Everyday Adventures. I'm Shelly and I'm so happy to have you here with me today. It's September and I've broken out my Halloween mug here. They make me happy. Just the little things, you know? Anyway, so many people, including myself, have struggled with mental health, and it seems to have gotten worse in the last few years, which I can't imagine why. But there are some things that I implemented to help myself out. There are some things that I quit. There are some things that I've started to do that have helped me remarkably to improve my mental health. Now, when I say mental health, I'm talking about depression. I have mild depression, and certain things kind of make it worse. So here are the things that I started to do or things that I quit doing. Okay, let me take a sip of this first. It's that time of year, pumpkin spice coffee. Okay, so the first thing that I noticed that I did a lot, I was dwelling in the past. Yes, memories are good. Everyone should treasure their memories. But I would get down in the memory and just let it overtake me and make me sad. So this one thing that I have tried to consciously stop doing is dwelling in the past. And I know that that's easier said than done because I can still catch myself doing it, but then I pull myself out of that. If you ever notice, young children, they don't live in the past. They don't live for the present. They live in the moment. So, I would recommend that you try your best to, a memory's fine. Have a memory and then move on. Don't get down and wallow in it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So young children, they don't have a past, much of a past, so they're not in the past, and they don't look at the future as much as they do the moment. So try to be more childlike in your thoughts and as far as that goes. Okay, and the other thing, I got a few notes here because sometimes I forget. Okay, so that goes along with number 2, which is work to stay in the moment. That's how you get depressed. When you're looking back, someone said once that looking back causes depression, looking forward and worrying causes anxiety. I can vouch for that. It's a true story. The third thing that I started to do was every day I list off things that I have to be thankful for. And to be honest with you, there are plenty of things that I have to be thankful for. Now, that's not to say that that will offset everything, but that will help you see things in a better light. You'll be able to focus more on the positives in your life, which leads me to my next one that I implemented. It's number 4, and it's focus on the positives in your life. Like I said, I list off the things that I have to be thankful for. I list off the things that are positive in my life, and I try to dwell more on that than I do anything else. So number 5 is, I call it music therapy. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but if you listen to sad music, you are more likely to feel sad. So if I'm feeling down, I try to I have a playlist that I made for myself, and I play some upbeat music, and that does help. It helps. So that's what I call my music therapy. The next thing, which is number 6, I try to take time every day to just relax. Some people say meditate. I don't meditate. I just relax. I just like to be. I try not to think about anything. I try not to worry about anything. I'm just relaxing, which has been very difficult for me, to be quite honest. I am a go, 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 go kind of person. So taking the time to stop, I have to be very mindful about stopping and taking the time for myself. So that would be number 6. Number 7 is something I recently started, and not all of you may be interested in it, but I've started coloring. It's something I did in my childhood. I hadn't done it for years, and it's become a big trend here lately. So a friend of mine gave me a coloring book, and I started to color, and I enjoy that. It gives me something to focus on other than possible issues, you know. And there are plenty of coloring books out there with positive themes and different things like that. So I try to pick something upbeat and happy. And sometimes during my relaxing session, I will color. So I do coloring, and I do word searches. I love word searches. I've loved word searches since I was a child. I have a memory of a great aunt. She was my grandfather's sister-in-law. Okay. Yes, that's right. And she would sit. She was older. She was elderly at the time. She would sit and do find a words, or word finds, whatever you want to call them, word searches. And she would sit and do them and do them and do them. And I can remember as a little kid visiting my grandmother, because she would sit at my grandmother's kitchen table, and she would be there doing these word searches. And she was very sweet. She would say, "Hey, come on over here. Let's help me find these words." And that's my memories. It's a good positive memory of word searches. So that's when I started doing them as a teenager. And in my early 20s, I didn't do them as a child too much. I was familiar with them, but that's my earliest memory of word searches. So I started making those and coloring books, and I'm selling them on Amazon. They can be found, if you just want to look up Shelley Wyatt, you can find them there. If not, that's fine too. So number 7 was coloring. Number 8, I try to do something that I love every day. Sometimes that's possible, sometimes that's not. But I love to be out in nature. I love to walk. I like to be with my dogs. So I try to do that every day. Number 9, concentrate on the things you have control of. I lay in bed sometimes. Well, I used to. I try not to do it too much. I'm not going to say that this has cured me at all. Excuse me. Don't want my coffee to get cold. But I'm not going to say that this has cured me at all, but I try to concentrate on the things that I have control over. I don't have control over the news or what goes on in the world. I don't have control over what someone else does. The only control that I have is of myself and my little environment. So I have tried and started to take control of my environment, and that's helped a lot, I'll be honest with you. Number 10, and this is a big one for me. My mom has a tendency to watch a lot of news 24/7. I don't know how she does it, but this is a big one for me. Stay away from too much news. Watch just enough to keep informed. Now, I'm not telling you to live in the dark. You should stay informed, and you should prepare for hard times. Our grandparents did it. Our great-grandparents did it. There's nothing wrong with that. When you see something on sale, pick up extra of it. Always have a nice pantry built up. So anyway, back to number 10. Stay just informed. Stay informed, but only informed enough to keep your personal peace. Most of all, do not dwell on current events. It's my biggest one. Those are my tips and advice. I hope that they helped you. They have helped me. But everybody's different. Everybody's different. But these are just basic things, you know, to be thankful, to dwell on the positives instead of the negatives. Music is a big thing for me. It's been a big thing for me my entire life. I remember my first record player was a little tiny box with a lid, and it played records, and I would sit in my room for hours and just play music. I loved music. So, but music has a lot of control over the mind as far as controlling your mood. So I highly recommend that you, when you're feeling down, maybe you have a playlist or something that you go to listen to that will help bring you back up. Again, these are my tips. I hope that they helped. I love each and every one of you. And I'll see you in the next video.